Buy Phoenix, you buy local. Yeah, buddy.
Oh boy, hello.
We're gonna fix that. I don't know how to fix
Yeah,
that.
I don't
Little...
Hey, Ro.
Hello, Nick, Castle Raven, Arcblade, SC Kid, 117, Quasi, LLO, and then Red Shirt said, "Let there be stream," and there was stream, and Red Shirt saw that the stream was good. Yeah,
Oh my.
Clanless, what's up? Okay, so Trashy, hello. I don't know, you blended in with Quasi's purple.
Purple.
Quasi's fault.
Quasi's fault.
Yeah, SZ Kid or ASY Kid, are you, do you happen to be the customer?
What's great? I mean, the build is
Welcome
great.
in any case. Glad that your first message was great.
It is positive.
That's good.
I read it as a.
Big boy, what's up? Hello. Yeah, so Nick, now you have to tell us what this topic is, because you got everyone all
Amped up.
invested. Your goal is to blend in. Gonna take a sec to type. Oh boy.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
How you do paperwork?
Ah, they are 11:56.
Nice.
Crocs and fedoras are a sensible fashion statement. Interesting.
I'm gonna go with no, but I'm not wearing them, so it doesn't. My opinion doesn't matter.
Okay, so yeah, you said they're for 11:56.
56. That'd be the next one.
So this is 11:54, but then you'll be. Ah.
You were guessing the argument? Oh yeah.
Hell of a thing to argue about on.
I mean,
It's like, how heated can you get about fedoras? And actually, no, I immediately take that back. I started thinking about like the nice guy subreddit or like r/I am very smart.
yeah.
Someone like on there might go into customers in here. I guess I won't tell Wells where Pizzly bears come from. Fuck.
Oh no.
Ryan has some new information for you guys.
Oh boy. Yeah. No. Really?
Not yet.
Ryan took it upon himself to research over the past couple weeks where pee is stored.
In the bladder.
Actually,
It's in the balls. Obama said it himself. Pee is stored in the balls.
Side really has some nice motherboards.
Yeah.
balls.
Bowls. The bowls
Oh
of wrath.
boy. Tell us, Papa Ryan.
You're welcome. You need to spread your knowledge.
You know, if you drink energy drinks, you bull piss. I think I have heard that before. I don't know.
Is
how
it just
true
like
that
a
is.
chemical that is like also found in urine? Like how when people smoke cigarettes, they are smoking a little bit of urea?
You know what taurine is? Because Taurus and
I don't know. Taurine, I think, has been since removed from a lot of energy drinks because it was like toxic. Holy piss.
Oh, holy ball of text. Okay,
Holy ball of text.
let's get into this.
Nick's spamming.
Spam.
Oh gosh, Civ. You dip the balls in soy sauce, you can taste it. Interesting.
I
Okay.
feel like I've heard that before, but I just don't know if I believe it.
Okay, first, I do not agree with anyone who says not to have civil arguments with people. Everyone has a voice and everyone should speak it, smiley face. Anyway,
Ooh.
so the topic is on ray tracing. Okay, this is
Ah.
not where I thought this would be going. I truly feel ray tracing is 100% a gimmick to sell better GPUs. Even with the 4090, I still turn ray tracing off because most of the games that allow it tanks your performance by more than half. Barely can tell the difference in play. But a guy on Twitter is arguing that ray tracing it's not a gimmick. It's a technology that will advance graphics for new games. To a degree, I agree with him that it's neat and it obviously does advance the tech a bit, but in most cases, difference performance for not much of a gain in quality. So it's me.
So I feel very strongly, or sort of similarly, that like ray tracing, I felt like ray tracing came out of nowhere. It was like all of a sudden, oh, only Nvidia's doing it, and it doesn't really make that much of a difference in games, and it just tanks your performance. On things like Minecraft, it looks better because of you're maybe adding like a nice texture pack.
Minecraft.
But what ray tracing will eventually do, not right now, it will eventually make game development, I think, easier for developers because you no longer have to create textures to include lighting. The lighting will be a separate aspect where it just, you have one light source that then illuminates the map, and then it's also going to be big for sound design because right now sound in games travels from the source, and because there are no real I think it's rigid defined boundaries, sound can go through walls that you maybe wouldn't have expected to in like real life or whatever. And obviously it's a game, so it's not going to be. But right now, it is a little gimmicky because it's just not there. The hardware just hasn't caught up with it. I mean, yeah, even the 4090 still sort of struggles a little bit with ray tracing. So,
I do think it's really funny that just from Civ's one comment, it kind of sparked a sub conversation.
Arguing with people
about balls and soy sauce.
That too.
And I find it. I'll answer Nick's thing in a second, but I can't pass up that U.S. Army Combat Medic said balls and soy sauce. You say new MRE idea?
Oh no!
That's just too funny.
Make it happen. Make it happen. I'll buy it.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. It sounds like maybe you kind of agree with this person on Twitter, and you're just arguing about the times, because
the time frame of the technology, because ray tracing is still sort of like bleeding edge tech.
Because I mean, I agree with everything that Wells just said, and right now it may be a gimmick, but I feel like couldn't you say the same thing about DDR5 when it first came out?
It's like it didn't offer any real performance gains, and
it's just a gimmick.
It was still the speed, because the 4800 megahertz was essentially equivalent to DDR4 CL16 3000 or something like that.
We have 6800.
Yeah, buddy. Where's Debs? He's trying to get his 6600 working, which I think he had to send it back.
Not buying new RAM sticks until they hit 10,000.
Yeah. I have 5600 megahertz right now, and I just don't know if I notice a difference between it and I think I had 4800 for a little while, and I upgraded, and it's I don't really know if I see a difference.
Would it affect your graphics if you turn ray tracing off on your 3080? So yeah, what Nick said is very true, right? Right now, ray tracing is still relatively new, so it isn't that efficient, or maybe it's not as optimized as maybe we can get it to in the future. So yes, it does tank performance in a lot of cases.
Some game like Hogwarts, you can get 30 FPS if you turn it off.
Yeah. Person on Twitter says it's not a gimmick and that it's tech to advance graphics. You're just saying right now it's a gimmick because utilize it with current GPUs. I mean, you can utilize it with current GPUs. It's just you're not getting the frames that you want out of it, right?
Ray tracing actually looks really sick on Hogwarts.
Because I mean, that just goes to the whole FPS debate of if I can play a game in 90 FPS without ray tracing, but when I turn it on, I get 60 FPS. Then what's the big deal? Like, I should be just fine with 60 FPS. Do I really need
As
the
long as it's
extra...
a consistent FPS. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
then
that's-
you run into like sort of like, and it's just sort of nitpicking, but then you run into like frame time issues. If all of a sudden you're getting if it's 60 FPS, but you get, I don't know what, 30 milliseconds and then 50 milliseconds and then 10 milliseconds and then.
Left really quick in game, it drops down
Yeah.
to 15.
Yeah.
like you just said, running Hogwarts at Ultra, you get 200 plus FPS, but when you turn ray tracing on, it goes down to 80 FPS. If you have a 60 FPS monitor, what's the difference, like, really between 80 and 200?
I will
If you have a
say, and this
160
is
monitor.
sort of like a side note, ray tracing I thought looked good on my roommate's PS5, and then I saw it on my friend's, and he's got a 3090 with a 4K OLED TV, and oh my God, the difference is astounding. And I think he turned ray tracing on and had a little bit of DLSS, and it was chugging along like in the castle when when it's trying to render everything right in front of you. But
It'd be a Skyrim re-release.
oh God, no.
Ray tracing. Probably already have it.
Other major games, do they? I mean, yeah, not really.
Most of them look good enough without it, and like I know, like Call of Duty, I think Modern Warfare had ray tracing, but it was only on like explosions and like quick like light sources. So you really, it's just one of those times where you just really could not tell what was going on.
Man and Conquer with ray tracing. Boy. Dude, I played the shit out of Tiberium Wars.
Crashy says, "I'll compromise your performance, Rudy."
Oh, don't mind.
Yeah, it's clearly still 100% playable. It's just crazy how big the difference is. Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. I guess I'm just kind of like,
Or no, Tiberium's Sun. That's what it was. Not Wars.
I got my foot close to the case and it like went through my shoe.
Man and Conquer was always cool because they had like real action addicts, like real life or whatever.
For you, the only games you've truly noticed the difference, improvement with running ray tracing has been Spider-Man on PC. Ray tracing makes that city come to life in 4K. Yeah, and it's like, it's gonna vary from developer to developer and game to game, and that, for sure.
Did not see Command and Conquer 4.
Yeah, we've been having a good amount of orders recently, so yeah, we build multiple PCs per stream. It's not, well, I mean, last stream we did one PC, but that's just because of how like parts came in and stuff like that. Yeah, you're 1156, and right now we're building 1154, and 1155 is
You're welcome to hang around, but we do email before the build, so if you want to go like do something, we'll send you another email.
But we'd also love if you stayed and hung out.
Yeah.
We're not telling you to go away.
I'm not gonna force you to watch someone else's.
No, we'd much prefer if you stay and hang out.
Love me.
No, you don't have to apologize for the wall of text, Nick. You really meant it when you said that it was gonna take a while to type out. Okay, let me update the spec list. I've been talking about ray tracing.
Tiberium Twilight? Boy. How many Tiberiums did they have? It was Tiberium Wars, Tiberium Sun, Tiberium Twilight.
Yeah, I guess the hope is that ray tracing can get a lot better and stuff like that, and it just needs to be adopted a bit more to make, because they're not gonna develop something that people So if we just completely write it off as a gimmick and don't show any interest in it, might not get better ray tracing where it could.
Well, I don't know if I agree with that because it's kind of one of those things where it's like game development needs it whether or not like the common customer understands.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, if it presents such like a much better value, like efficiency. for
Yeah,
making
if I
games.
don't know for sure if it will ultimately make game development a little easier.
Yeah, that's true.
But if it does, then it will likely forge forward whether or not people like are like diehard fans of it.
What games I've been thinking of since you guys said Command and Conquer, and I think it's just the cinematics remind me of Wing Commander.
An anime titty slap.
Mark Hamill and Wing Commander, and dude, that game was like my childhood.
When are we gonna get anime titty slap the game?
Like the Ace.
That's cool.
Didn't they make a Wing Commander movie? I think they did. Like Freddie Prinze and guy that plays Scooby Doo.
What?
The guy that plays Shaggy.
Oh,
Okay, specs are up to date. I did email the customer. Check right now.
Mama.
Did email the customer.
Hooray.
Yeah. Good luck at work, Trashy.
Have fun, meow.
bye.
Work too hard, meow.
Bye. Have a beautiful time. Your little siren got there. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
This is interesting. Going with the 4000 megahertz RAM and 4070 Ti.
4000 CL18 is spicy.
Quick.
This is a pretty little
What's the
build.
equivalent of Gear 5 is?
What? Wells, you've obviously not been looking. A simple Google search shows I am blocked from my work server. What?
What? What did I say? Did I say something? I don't know.
Rob just clipped your fave clips thus far. Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
What do we do? Put it in Discord. Scared?
Oh no.
Oh.
What?
Someone has a YouTube video on Cyberpunk, DDR5 5600 versus DDR4 4000. I have to watch it.
Well, 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 let's find out. Oh, anime titty slap.
Oh, they have Red Dead too.
Ugh.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Okay. So your quick Google search made you block my work server. Okay, this is Nick's clip.
Oh, called boob slap. What the fuck?
What do you know? It's the same FPS.
Is it really?
Yeah. Hey.
That RAM doesn't affect game.
Steam has got a little
Steam
little
games
wild.
nowadays, I'm sure.
Anything that, yeah, oh yeah. Oh, I'll log on there and I'll like see like trending games, and it's like, what the fuck? Some of that stuff is just straight up porn. Wait, what's the clip? Anime what now?
It's you saying I haven't watched it, but I'm confident that it's
saying,
you saying the title of the game and me going, what?
What? Sex game with Hitler as the main protagonist.
Oh
on my
boy,
con
that's
page.
that's
Oh my.
Dude, they have,
oh no.
they have DDR5 6000 compared to DDR4 4000, and there's literally no difference.
Oh, back.
Yes, 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 yes.
Oh no, I don't know if you can hear my what.
This guy just says, people love wasting money on this sub.
Yeah, boy.
You're only gaming by DDR4. Oh yeah, I know. I knew that the whole time. Like, DDR5 is like for workstation.
And people that feel the need to be on the bleeding edge.
Bleed. Goodness. Rude dog. Ah, duh.
Ha ha ha.
I will say though that
Don't try and overthink it, Rude dog. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Don't fret.
that 4600 kit of DDR4 I have, dude, the Windows on that boots up is like the fastest I've.
Mm-hmm.
Things like snap of a finger in your Windows. It's 4600 CL 18.
Jesus.
Yeah, DDR4.
I mean, DDR3 feels so long ago.
Oh yeah, dude, they advertised the shit out of those boot times like they were super slow for AMD. That first boot was like,
that first boot was like 10 minutes if you had 64 gigs.
oh, just like all the consecutive boot times like after that are slow too.
Ugh.
But it's not, yeah, it's not 5 minutes. $3,600 CL18 was this week. It was like the best price performant. Seconds. I shit you not, that 4600 kit is in Windows in like 5 or 6 seconds.
God damn.
You're excited you never had this generation PC?
Oh,
Yeah, we're excited for you.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully we'll get to your build soon.
I'm Russian. I'm Russian. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Hurry.
Hurry! Oh my gosh.
Oh, Quasi, do you have the Hoagie BIOS on there?
What?
I need to upgrade
Samsung
my
fridge.
Samsung fridge RAM. Last
Just a
firmware
mind
update
eating a
is
hoagie,
tankier
like,
and
know.
costing FPS. Oh yeah, oh boy, the freaking pavilion, the really old hardware in the PD, like good time for that was minutes. Especially with the fact that Samurai X23X. 7 months already.
7
Afternoon,
months.
gentlemen. Afternoon, and thank you so much for the sub. Yeah, 7 months.
Oh, there you go, Quasi.
Yeah, boy.
7,800.
Yeah, it didn't help that the had issues for like times it just wouldn't boot.
Solution to the AMD boot times: just leave your PC on forever.
That's not good for it.
Fine, it just takes you back to the days of nostalgic, isn't it?
Oh my god, dude. Remember like Windows 95, dude? Like, you can get up and go make a sandwich, like, use a bathroom, like, take a shower, and it's still like booting. Not in Windows yet. Sorry. Windows 95 was such a tease because they had all the good games like StarCraft and all the stuff you wanted to play, but you had to wait.
Reminds you of good old dial-up.
I remember gaming on dial-up. Mom, get off the phone!
Thankfully, I was not really access to a computer. Out on that. KFC or Popeyes? Not both. I don't know. It's not a very fun answer, but
Playing like hardcore character on like Diablo 2 on dial-up. Oh, that was the most rage-inducing shit ever. Like your mom would pick up the phone or something, and then like your game would like disconnect and lag, and then your character died. It's like,
you need only one. Deciding where to order from. Oh, okay. I thought this was like an in general thing. Well, I'll say that I go to Popeyes more often, but that's mainly because there's just like never a KFC like near me.
There's a KFC over across from the Harris Teeter up the road.
they used to have an insane Star Wars game back then. I don't remember what it was, but I was
Was
definitely
it
like,
Knights of the Old Republic, or was it Old Republic or Knights of the Old Republic?
it was either. It was before that. Like,
Nick, do you like the spicy chicken at Popeyes? What I do is I get the spicy tenders. Oh, barbecue sauce. You know, the one reason that I go to Popeyes is barbecue.
That's interesting.
I think they put like addictive substance
Grease, sugar.
Oh my god, I saw that article on Raising Cane's. Like, they're.
Ah,
You see that article about the lease or whatever they had for that
No.
one restaurant? Hilarious. Like, the lease owner agreed to let them be there. They've been there for like 20 years or something. Not that long, but. In the lease, it said you're not allowed to sell chicken.
what?
Yeah, dude, it was hilarious.
What?
Because it was like, I think the part or joint owner was like McDonald's or something. They didn't want a competitor there.
What the heck?
But it
Then what was the point?
specifically said you cannot sell chicken at this location.
What the?
Did they do it anyway?
Mm-hmm. They'd been doing it for like 10 years.
And did after like the 10 years or whatever, did they figure it out? And like,
I don't know. That was definitely toilet material.
okay. Wait, what? Marry me out to forced wife by end of the day? Wait, what? You make it all what? Okay. Marriage is about to end over sauce.
But I could find it if I Google it.
Wasn't already.
That's a saucy marriage. Why'd you get divorced and got lost in the sauce?
This title of this article is Raising Cane's raises Cane over, oh fuck, pop-ups.
You want to subscribe to our newsletter? Do you want to pay for our news?
Right, Washington Post, you can
Like,
suck
do they
it.
not understand that, like, if enough ads pop up, I'm gonna go look for a different website with the same story?
happened, Washington Post? You lost a viewer.
But then, but you've already clicked on the page. So I think
Honestly, their job is done, yeah.
they've probably already gotten the
But then I'm not gonna go back to that website.
Raising Cane's.
It's one person. I'm sure other people don't care as much as me.
No,
so-
I think enough people do it. Then wife attacks you, reply with
A Raising Cane's sues shopping mall over allegedly being tricked into signing a lease for site where it could not sell chicken fingers.
the fuck?
See how long they've been doing it.
yeah, I don't know. I know it probably depends heavily on like
God, 15 years.
oh boy.
Jesus.
I actually really like I also haven't had it on.
KFC is good, but every time I eat it, I just feel so awful afterwards.
Like I remember really, really enjoying
Oh. It's okay, it's a shopping mall, and the owner of the shopping mall like area gave exclusive rights to McDonald's to sell chicken products only. As the only restaurant in that shopping center.
How is that? I mean, that's got to be some sort of like that's got to be like monopolistic behavior.
I feel like the lawyers
Yeah.
weaseled that one in there.
That's the best part, the grease regret. Oh boy.
No, maybe not.
Potato wedges and the corn. I think I genuinely enjoyed the sides more.
Bojangles used to be the only good place for chicken, and now it's the shittiest place for chicken.
I think at this point I'd rather go to Chick-fil-A than KFC, even though it is different. Sometimes KFC hits.
Yeah, sometimes KFC is good.
Especially if you're at a friend's house and asking to use their good controller after getting your hands all greasy kappa.
Used to piss me off at sleepovers. I mean, it's like, dude.
Come on, man.
For you, all fried chicken tastes the same? Wow. That's
That's
a statement
hot
right there.
take.
I'd love to like do an experiment of like fried chicken. Old.
Oh, there's a place. I think it's here in Cary. Where? Yeah, I think it's. Might be Cary, but it's called Dane's Chicken. You ever been there? I think it's Dane's Chicken and Waffles. They have some really good.
Had a bunch of local chicken joints finally open up in your area. All of them are more Fat Boy approved than KFC now. That sounds interesting. I'd be interested in going like a local fried chicken place. I also haven't really looked. So. Oh, super sorry. Hey fellas, hey guys, just letting you know, PC arrived this morning.
Oh,
Ooh, that's
sick.
awesome.
everything.
Glad to hear that.
Everything look all right? Everything.
Yeah, are you chatting from the new computer?
I'll piss my pants. I'll do it. I'll fucking do
Is
it.
everything going good so far?
The super glued hot or Wi-Fi dongle.
You meal prep most of the time, no fast food goodness for you. Honestly, I am developing my cooking. A little bit envious of that state. Had a roommate that would eat flaming hot Cheetos in games, so his controllers and keyboard were caked in it. No
That's
way.
disgusting.
No, oh, that's horrible. Foxy, hello. Oh, the fuck.
Reminds me of like baby fingers because they just suck on their fingers. They're always fucking slimy.
Axmeister said at the end of the day, it's just chicken. Yeah, but they have different like breading and stuff, and then like besides that, there's also like different cuts of chicken or like different process. Like still at work, so you don't know yet. Okay,
It's different. TikTok says so.
fair enough.
I got so mad at my wife the other day, dude, because I've been wanting to watch this movie with her, and she was like, no. And then TikTok, it was like trending on TikTok,
Oh no.
and now she wants to watch it. I was like,
Oh my god.
I'm like, I'm not watching it with you now.
Yup, and he never cleaned them off. That's disgust. Thank you for the confidence in us, but there's always like issues that can go wrong with shipping and all that kind of stuff. So, important part is if something does go wrong, we will fix it.
Yeah.
Obviously, we do everything we can to make sure nothing does go wrong, but.
PC parts, what are you going to do? Hopefully it gives you many, many years of enjoyment.
As they're in a neighboring state, so I don't think they could have beat on it too much.
You
That's the hope.
Surprise.
That's the hope.
Some of these Ring videos, man, I don't know. You underestimate the delivery people. Like I drop one down the stairs, it's just like boop, boop, boop.
I'll never forget that Bill like Twitter
Got
post.
run over with
Oh,
like
yeah.
a truck.
Yeah, like
That was disgusting.
and then didn't the like shipping company or whatever claim that they got it like?
Yeah.
Oh boy, like
Probably because they saw the value on the order, it was like $4,000 or something. They're like, yeah, we're not paying that. Defraud, defraud.
oh boy.
Whatever
Hong
happened with that?
Kong-based cable factories. What you gonna do?
I wonder if they ever got the like full value for that.
I mean, maybe since they started a storm on Twitter. Was a clip of startup on TikTok tagged us? Ooh, awesome. Thanks so
Nice.
much.
Are there TikTok still posting videos?
Really?
Or YouTube is. Yeah, I've seen all the clips and stuff.
The trailer looks so good.
I've been avoiding everything, so
That's good.
'cause whenever, because the whole reason I even like love John Wick in the first place is because I just had no idea what it was going into the first movie. I try and replicate that as best I can with all the sequels too.
Only time I've been squeamish in the whole series was that knife fight, dude. That it was like a 20-minute knife fight scene in that knife shop.
You know what gets me worse than that is the scene in 2 of like in the bath where like she matters into her own hands rather than letting John out.
Oh God.
Oh, yeah.
That I can't do that. Like
That's too much.
I don't know. It hit like I've never been able to put it into words, but there's like very specific stuff that just activates like my squeamishness.
Well, that like slow sort of like drag is just. I don't like it.
There's 4 guys in the knife shop, dude. That one guy got stabbed like at least 30 times.
Yep.
He was like,
Oh, sorry. I said in John Wick 2, the scene in the bath where
At the beginning, is she like a queen or a duchess or a countess or
well,
whatever?
no, she's the head of the like
that organization.
Oh.
yeah, so like the
table.
Yeah,
A high table.
yeah, she's the like the
I'm excited for
Italian,
Kung Fu Panda 4.
the head of like the Italian domain or whatever
Yeah.
of the yeah.
Was the guy from the Nazi from Inglourious Bastards, was he part of that? I feel like I saw his face, but maybe not.
I don't
Who?
think so.
I don't think he was in John Wick.
Christoph Waltz.
Other guy looks like him.
One of the Skarsgård brothers is going to be in the 4th one. Cool.
Dude, that Skarsgård that played in The Northman,
Yes.
that guy's like probably the closest to, like a god.
He's so tall.
Yeah.
Have you seen it's a movie called Mute? You should watch it. It's got I think that's Bill Skarsgård. Or no, Alexander, I think. It's got that and Paul Rudd, and it is so fucking good. It's such a good movie.
That scene in The Northman where he fights Halfthor. What's his name from Game of Thrones?
Halfthor?
The Mountain, yeah.
Halfthor Bjornsson.
Yeah, he fights him in the game.
Yep.
You're excited for Kung Fu Panda 4? I think you know I should rewatch like all the Kung Fu Panda movies with Lydia because I really enjoyed whenever like a little while ago we did How to Train. It was fun. If people love John Wick, Nobody is a great movie too. I'll have to check that out. Honestly, John
with
Wick 2,
what is it with Bob Odenkirk?
Oh yeah.
I've seen clips of that. It's brutal.
John Wick 2 is the only one you barely remember. You don't know why. Yeah, no, I don't blame you because
That one felt like it had the least amount of, almost like the least amount of significance.
well, yeah, I think it.
Maybe not story-wise, because like that's what's leading up into his like exile.
I think it was a little more like. I think they kind of like opened up the world building a bit more. Story was like maybe a little bit harder to follow.
Sure.
Yeah, it introduced like more above the Russian people.
Mm-hmm.
And like yeah, I'm really bad with like I can remember like every part of a story, but sometimes I get like if it's a longer story, I get messed up on the order of events of the story. So like sometimes I'll have a hard time remembering if like a scene is in John Wick 2 or 3 or whatever. But I've watched the first one so many times. It's like I could probably
Well, the
go
first
through
one
that
is
movie.
so defined. I feel like, especially because it was probably the most impactful one because it was the first of the series. So
Kill his dog.
They killed his fucking dog.
There's a comedy group in New Zealand that does a whole lot of NPC oriented skits. Is one with a liability line posted in Discord. Oh wait. Oh. Yeah. Okay, I see. The first one he had a mode of revenge. The second one it was just his house getting burned down, not as impactful. Okay, but like, it's the same. It is the same motivation, though, because is this gonna be me ranting about John Wick again?
Hell
I
yeah.
love the last 3 John Wick movies, like dog, house. What's the third one?
Finger.
His life, I guess. I don't know.
So like I'm pretty sure I've talked about this before, but listen, the reason that John Wick goes on his rampage is not necessarily because the dog got killed. It's because the dog, which was a last chance for him to like help grieve for his wife,
Yeah.
and the last gift from his wife was taken away from him. So that's his motivation. So the house that he lived in with her, had pictures of her, had so many memories of his life with her, was burned down in front of him, like taken away from him.
How dare you?
So it's like,
Moral of the story: just don't mess with John Wick.
not what you did. You did it to that fucking nobody.
I love that
That's
he
nobody.
just hangs up the phone
Yeah.
and just, because he understands that there's no saving his son.
No, the best part is not that he hangs up the phone. It's that he hangs up the phone, and I don't even know his name, but the secretary or like the assistant guy is like, "What did he say?" And Vigo goes, "Enough," and he didn't say anything. Strap yourself in for a Ryan rant.
Viggo Mortenstein. Always Sunny. Vigo actor. They're always calling his last name Mortenstein.
I don't know if I remember that.
Well, like because he fulfills his marker, right?
And the second one?
Yeah, reluctantly. And it is interesting because he very easily could have, just went about, going back along with his life. But I think that he probably just, felt like really wronged. Like, yeah, it's probably not as good of a reason as like,
Probably rock bottom too. Like,
yeah. I think there was also like an element of like he knew that if he successfully like took over, then it was gonna be bad, like for him in the future anyway. So he probably just wanted to like cut that off.
Because do you know the premise of the new one?
No.
Okay. We don't need to talk. Because I've seen
I
some of
don't-
the things and I don't want to like
well, it's a death.
go into it too much if you're trying
Yeah.
to avoid
But like,
content.
yeah, I have no clue what I guess, I mean, if I had to take a guess, it would be going after the high table just because that's really all that there is to do.
Left to do, yeah.
All of that
And-
scene, that chick's bodyguard, Common or whatever. He goes up to him and he's like, "You working tonight?"
Oh, the body collection people, yeah. Or it's like, you working again? It's like, yeah.
How'd you feel about the end of John Wick 3? Okay, so like a couple years ago, me and my friends, we had a John Wick watch party where we watched all in one day, all in one sitting, all 3 movies. And we literally spent like at least half an hour just frame by frame analyzing the fall. And I like that man should be dead.
Oh, for sure.
Like
I like that scene where he's fighting that guy in the glass like house or whatever, the glass apartment.
yeah.
And at the end, it's like a 10-minute fight scene. And at the end, they just beat the snot out of each other. That guy's like, "That was a good fight, though, right?"
Yeah, because he was like
I'll
he was
see
like
you later,
a
John.
yeah.
he was like a fanboy.
Yeah.
Big fanboy.
But yeah, I like that. Yeah, I didn't really. I wish they would have like I don't know made it a little bit more believable or something. If he wanted to kill him, he would have shot him in the head. He gave Wick an opportunity to live. Yeah,
I think he was just trying to push him off the building.
but I do think it's interesting because it does raise the question of like where does his like alliance truly lie?
Uh-oh. Spaghettios.
How many viewers we gained talking about John? Boobada bing bing. My back button doesn't work.
Hot.
Feel better? Blood rushing to your head?
Yeah.
No, yeah. The ending scene, if you think about it, is pretty silly because like, I mean, I guess they did rightly assume that falling from like a 5-story building would kill him. Question is, did John know his intent? And you're guessing no. I would think so too. Like, I feel like maybe I would have to rewatch.
Winston probably needed to surprise him, like, in order to make it believable.
Yeah. But, yeah, because he lands on the car, right? No, okay, well, maybe, but so what happens is I remember this because, like I said, we did a frame by frame analysis of this. He falls over the ledge. He falls, I think, 2 or 3 stories, and then there's a slanted bit. He falls onto the slanted bit. So and then he slides off the slanted bit. He goes across the alleyway. I think he falls another 2 to 3 stories. There's a fire escape. His back, like right here, he lands on the fire escape.
Yeah.
He then tumbles off and then falls, the final, again, still another, like, maybe this time it was like 3 or 4 stories. And then, he does fall on
At this time, he's starting to get angry.
a car or trash or something. That's the thing, is like, goodness.
But like he's also survived, like knives in the shoulder, which is like if you sever the trap, you can't.
Yeah.
You're fucked. And there's a large aorta that runs under. I think it's the subclavian.
Fine,
that
just pull it out.
if you nick it, you will bleed out and die.
But like,
Duct tape.
what gets me though is I think my conclusion was like I could have suspended my belief of how many like shorter falls he has. It's not just a straight fall. I could suspend my belief and think that okay, maybe he doesn't, maybe there's not fatal injuries. But what really gets me is the back, the fall on the rail of the fire escape in the back, like that. He should not be able to walk. Like, there's no way that like he should be able to walk in John Wick 4. But obviously, that's
Humans
not gonna
are
happen.
durable, but probably not that durable.
Fell off my deck. It was like 10 feet when I was little, and I thought I was gonna die.
Yeah,
That hurt so bad.
yeah. Like the fact that Neo and Morpheus are working together, Ken lol.
Yeah.
Someone who's been shot while wearing body armor, it's BS. That died from internal bleeding. Sorry to interrupt, but what's your opinion on having games on OS on the same drive? Does it affect performance?
I don't think so. As long as you have enough storage. Because
Yeah.
where the performance starts to get affected is when you
And it's not full. Make sure it's not full.
is when you get close to the drive being full, it starts to drastically slow down the speeds.
One of my older drives, it was I think it was like a 960 or something, Samsung. Dude, when that thing got like above 80, it tanked FPS.
Yeah.
Like it was bad. Like there's something seriously wrong with it.
Yeah, I don't know. My personal philosophy is if possible, if like budget allows, or if whatever you have on hand, like, and I know that Cristo SS, I'm pretty sure it's one of the customers that we built recently. I can't remember the order, or maybe it's one that we're gonna build. I can't remember. But yeah, my personal philosophy is like, if possible, like, keep the OS drive like pretty clean. Keep it like only the operating system and a few like apps that are easy to like re-download.
Because it does make reinstalling Windows a lot easier when you do
Yeah,
that.
but
So like if you need to, yes, you can put them on your OS drive, but
that's just like a personal philosophy thing.
I usually just don't go over like 50%.
Cryptos, what's up? Hello,
What's up,
hello.
Cryptos?
I usually just don't go over half.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but if I am remembering correctly, Cristo SS 2851 is customer. I can't remember if it's someone who should have gotten their PC by now, or if it's an order coming up. But popping in to hang out.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah, welcome
Sweet.
in. We're just the topic of John Wick got brought up, and of course I had to rant. I couldn't hold it in.
yeah.
But yeah, I guess it also did seem a little bit silly that he had the resolve to go all the way to the big guy. I can't remember what it was called. Cut off his finger, and then immediately was like, you know what? Nah, never mind. I'm good.
Yeah, there was like no deliberation. It was like he gets back and Winston's like, you want to kill some what, high table cops? Like, all right, cool.
Yeah, it's like, which I'm glad that he did, right?
Yo, absolutely.
Because Winston's cool guy. He's a badass.
Well,
But-
Winston is sort of he's a little bit of a little weasel because he just
Bit of a treat.
tells people what they want to hear
Yeah, I wonder if
because
it'll-
his main goal is to survive, obviously.
it'll be interesting to see where they take his character, because is he truly a friend to John, and
Or is he just
he's trying
self-preservation?
to like, or is he just like for self-preservation?
I think Morpheus and Neo are gonna kill him.
But yeah, Lawrence Fishburne.
It is funny they're
man.
teaming up again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That might be a like, I might have to go to the movies for that one.
IMAX, third row.
Oh God, no. Last time I saw an IMAX movie was Avatar, and we sat way at the top, and it was so worth it. I mean, obviously we didn't have much of a choice because like it was, I think, pretty close to opening
Dude,
weekend.
that bottom row, you're like,
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
watching
Oh,
shit
boy.
go by.
yeah.
I don't know if I'm not sure if I told this story on stream or not, but yeah, there was one time where I was just a couple minutes late to meeting up with my friends to go see After Earth, and
What was After Earth?
it's with Will Smith and Jaden Smith, and it's like, humanity is spacefaring, and they crash on a planet and uh-oh, it's Earth.
Kind of live the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh God, is that gonna be like the new movie 65 with Adam Driver,
Cool.
where they crash on Earth?
I was
It's
making
an Earth, but it's like 65 million years ago.
I was making fun of it, but it actually looks pretty good. Like I've
It
seen a
does,
lot more
'cause
trailers.
I like Adam Driver. Like,
But yeah, so yeah, I was just a couple minutes late, and my friends were already in the theater, and then I ended up seeing another friend, and I ended up sitting with him, and then, like, for some reason they went to the very front row, like the frontmost possible row,
Bunch of heathens.
and like that was like the worst experience going to the movies because like my neck was like
yeah, you're like cranked all the way one way.
you couldn't even see anything that was happening because
My last my last experience in the front row of a movie theater, it was that Spider-Man scene where he like tells Mary Jane that he's actually Spider-Man, like at the funeral. There was a long pause, and my friend just like farted. Dude, and the entire theater just cracking up. He's like, "There's something I have to tell you." It's like, "Aw." It was so bad.
should you use the M.2 expander? Well, like an external like M.2
that
or, like-
motherboard might come with a kind of. It might come
with
with
the
a PCIe
PC
slot, a PCIe card.
Maybe that might be a
Could I use mine on my Asus board?
why the front row that is acceptable is the front row with the walk bar in front of you so you can put your feet up. No, like I think that they were just like there to have like a good time and not necessarily to watch the movie because it was also really annoying because they were like playing around and like throwing popcorn at each other and stuff.
I hate when people do that. It's like if I'm going to the movie theater, I want to fuck. I don't want to fuck around. I want to watch the goddamn movie.
Well, like it's also just like really you're wasting food. 2, you're making a mess for the freaking theater people to clean up. It's just so
It's just rude.
That was yeah. Your worst experience in the movies was when Aragon came out. Literally everyone in the theater was complaining about the movie the whole time, including you and Devs. Really? Okay.
Refusa, are you playing Diablo 4?
Theaters and popcorn are expensive to be thrown around.
Exactly.
That too. That too. Books though. Yeah, I it's weird. I think I have like one Aragon book, and I'm not even convinced that it's the first one. I think it's I just had it. On PC, $350. B4 gigabyte B450, Thermaltake power supply. 500 gigabyte SSD, Ryzen 5600X.
It sounds good. Just that price is kind of sketchy for that.
That is a little sketchy.
Yeah, you should be
beware.
very careful with that because especially with like used parts.
Get like try to get a dated video of them like running a benchmark or something just to make sure that it's not like non-functional.
That's still like a $500-$600 system.
Yeah, that's a pretty damn good deal. If that's a damn good deal if it is functional.
We like to say big if true.
Big if true.
Yeah, that is $350 in a used 3 terabyte drive. Whatever you do, don't hook up the internet before you wipe that drive.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, maybe ask him to do a format at his place before.
Guy said it. You could go to his place and would show you it running. That might not be
As long as you,
if you feel safe going to someone.
is this a
else's.
Facebook Marketplace thing? Because Facebook Marketplace, I feel like, is the best place to do that kind of stuff, just because like you have their name and picture,
I only do meets at the police station.
especially for expensive stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll only sell graphics cards at police stations.
You just don't know the questions to ask. Yeah, that's fair. Like,
I mean, the
honestly, I don't know.
it's hard because with PCs, because like with really any used sale, there's always that like information, that sort of like one-way source of information where like they can lie if they want, and if it's something that is not easily replicable.
That's a good suggestion. Info. Check the.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's what I was gonna say. Is like it'd be nice if you had someone that knows what to look for to make sure that all those parts are accurate. Because that could be another.
Not just the
Thing.
Windows system tab, but make sure to like you need like hardware info or something.
And if he gets sort of shaky about you doing anything to the computer, like downloading hardware info if he doesn't have it, or any kind of test, bail. Just if he doesn't want you to, if he's like extra pushy about you not touching the computer except seeing it on like the Windows desktop, then there might be like an issue.
Start like a service, like Rent a Nerd. Somebody to go with you to like check shit out.
Yeah, no, I mean it doesn't hurt to ask, and we want you to be informed. We're not trying to, you know.
Yeah, we don't give a shit if you're not buying a computer from us, as long as you're like safe and happy and not
Like-
getting fucking scammed.
Yeah, like obviously we would love to build for you, but
Absolutely.
you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, and we understand that.
And for $350 for a 5600X, I mean, when that processor came out, and it still is a damn good processor, for $350, that's a very solid system. That is a gaming CPU for sure, yeah. With Precision Boost Overdrive, you shouldn't have to upgrade
Like-
that for a while.
1660.
1660 will do you just fine, especially at 1080p. That'll have no issues.
And we saw it do 1440p on Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On Jedi Fallen Order,
Yeah.
and it was doing 60 FPS. With something like Hogwarts Legacy, that would be different, but
Ray tracing off.
yes. Well, I don't think that card will ray trace.
Yeah, no problem.
Rent a Nerd. Only $29.99.
Per minute. I know my value.
For hardware verification.
I'm a high value man.
Nerd's too harsh.
Rent a geek.
Works pretty harsh.
Dork. Rent a geek. Rent a.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of Rent a Guy, but that sounds like
I
a
mean-
different service.
Oh, Rent a Geek, because Geek Squad.
Uh-oh.
Wells, I'm pissed.
Why? Is it because I'm not? Is it because I'm not like bare naked on the camera? Ooh.
Oh no, that's
Would
not-
you like? Did it like go like in like that? Oh, that sucks. Good thing you got 9 more. Jesus.
Oh, that's an answer.
It's a glass 3/4 full kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, breaking fingers sucks because like there's not a whole lot you can do if it's like a fracture. There's nothing you can do except tape it up.
Broke my thumb. Get this, in soccer.
Doing what?
Were you at
That's
least
some-
goalie?
I was slide tackling a lot.
Oh God, that makes me never want to play basketball. Like I never want to break a finger.
You know how many times I jammed my finger like on a basketball? I hated that shit. Like, oh, my middle finger. Oh.
Okay.
I'll tell you what really sucks: breaking your kneecap into 3 pieces.
Oh,
Jesus.
I don't want to think about that.
Dude, one guy, he was on my lacrosse team, but he also played football. And he was playing football at the high school game. He broke his arm in half right here. His arm's like rubber, just hanging down. Dude, it was so gross.
I hate
By your
that. I
knuckle?
hate that
Jesus.
stuff.
so
Okay.
Evan, what did we learn? Once you're out of college, you're not allowed to play sports.
He was just walking around. It was like a rubber arm. And like, he didn't start screaming until they put him in the ambulance.
Oh, God. But it was fun, though.
I guess he was in shock.
All right, this is 11:54 in 3. It's that fucking again. I'm gonna start just pulling them out. Damn it! God damn it! God fucking damn it!
Power supply?
It's because the fucking little foam pads roll up under the goddamn power supply. I don't like it.
Rip them out. Possible siren chase cams? Yeah, case change.
Yeah, we might need to think about it. Just I don't know.
Really, I was thinking about it. It's really like so nice that it already has the RGB.
Good price. And they're 140 fans.
Yeah. But this is ridiculous.
And it pisses balls off.
Ha 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 ha. Funny.
What?
Copy of
I
my
don't.
X-rays on a CD drive.
I don't even want to think. Planless. I don't even want to think about that.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
Evan, I'll look.
I don't want to find out. I don't
I'll
want
look
to
in
know.
a second.
There have to be a lot of like. Probably would have to like hit you in the torso or something, and it would like push. Rip. Weird. Worst thing I've ever had done to me, still, like, aside from all the broken stuff, is the eye surgery where they had to stick the needle in the eye.
Ugh.
He's like, keep your eye open. Keep your eye. I was like, I can't. The needle's just coming. It's like, ah. And he's like, don't flinch. I was like, you're sticking a needle in my eye, you fucker.
All right, I'm gonna be speedy today, but fucking nope. God damn. Sick of this. Like, not to complain in front of people, but just these little fucking pieces of shit foam. Like,
Yeah, it might be.
What's it really preventing? Not really a vibration dampener.
so I mean, it's pressed up against
The power supply is still making contact with the case.
Yeah.
Makes me like having it like securely. I mean, I guess it shouldn't be like moving at all.
Shaking your PC like it's or bolts.
Should be.
God. Fucking God.
Yeah, the screw should be like securing it.
I just don't
I mean,
understand
look how
what
tight it is. It's in
gets,
there.
I don't understand
going
like
anywhere.
what gets caught. Oh, cause it like
Patience is stuck.
fucking because they're fucking screw on these goddamn power supplies.
Yeah.
Like it's good. It's like okay, don't like take my like bitching too seriously. The construction is tenuous at best. It's just
It's
fucking stupid design choices.
Well, it's a bad combination, dude, because the power supply
Yeah.
has an emblem on the bottom. Right in the middle
emblem
of the
and
fan.
those fucking screws that get goddamn
like,
caught.
This didn't really happen until like recently too.
Can we tell fucking Montech to knock it off?
Yes, just have them redesign.
All I want. That's all I want in life is for this to not be such a pain in the booty. Like,
Because this didn't happen with the like, old PSUs.
no, it's because I think the prime issue here is that the fan cage is held on with 4 screws, which
Yeah.
protrude just fucking enough that it catches on this stupid fucking lip. I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind.
The thing that absolutely grosses me out the worst is when you're like have like a bad step or something, and then he like bends the other way,
You.
and then
Fuck you.
I feel like a little like I don't know, I feel like a pop or something. It's like a small little pop. That grosses me out, and I hate that.
I mean, this is fucking ridiculous. I'm getting sweaty. I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm hungry and I'm tired. I don't want to.
You really need to
Fucking
get back
damn
to have snackies.
Snack room.
I'm about to get the fucking hammer out. God, I don't get what is caught. I'm gonna take my mic off. I don't want. In traffic. One of the two.
If you want me or Pat to jump in, try and. You working on cars?
Stupid.
I'm gonna do an exercise. Okay, let me send this message real quick.
Yeah, we had a guy in our shop that would throw wrenches.
Okay.
I don't get it. I don't fucking get it.
One of us jump in there. You're good. I just be afraid to take a minute. Okay, wait. No, wait. Okay, no. Next is squats. It's like 15 of them. Goodness. Okay. It's B squat time.
Spot.
Six, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay.
I just don't get why Enermax thought of the idea. Big fucking weight on the bottom of the GPU. Bottom of the PS. Oh my god.
Good for Thank you.
I don't know.
You'll be on your way now? Okay. See you
ya.
later. Thanks for stopping by.
It's this stupid fucking
Yeah, the emblem.
emblem. Can you
Yes,
Can you tell them to knock it off?
I will send them an email right now.
It's baffling. It's fucking. I mean, it feels like I'm being pranked. It feels like I'm being fucking pranked. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm fucking sweaty. This is ridiculous. This is dumb. This is just fucking dumb. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to get mad on stream, but like, I mean, it's ridiculous. And it's like, oh my god. This is, somebody else do it. Somebody else fucking do it.
Baby, hungry.
I'm gonna punch myself in the fucking face.
Colorado IRL, thank you for the 200 bits for Wells' pain and suffering.
Well, thank you, but it's just. Fine, and it was. Less than it. Plus, it's not the case or supply by themselves. The fact that it is just the like physical combination. Okay, I really don't mean to bitch so much. I know it's not attractive. It's just the case itself is fine when you're not using an Enermax DF. Any of them,
okay.
because it's a combination of there being zero clearance, extra space to get the PSU into the shroud, and then on top of that, there's an emblem that they put on the bottom of the fan cage or whatever. And the cage is held in by these screws that protrude. It just, all it takes is a millimeter, and they do it, and they fucking do it, and they get caught, and that.
You already take the pads out?
There's probably one somewhere probably somewhere in there. I don't fucking know. We might need to just swap it out. Took 3 of them out.
Oh, it's probably over here.
Ridiculous. It's fucking silly goose shit. I mean,
Got 3 out of 4.
Must have been only 3. What did it have? 2 on the side, like 1 on each side, and then.
all 4 of them should have been. All 4 of them were there.
Oh.
Pads, because it's so tight. Because it's so tight, the pads get like pushed, and then like roll under the power supply as the power supply gets pushed in.
Like into the fan.
And it
grill.
like just barely rolls over the like little grate so that the fan just, I mean, it's just barely touches the little pad. And so it doesn't like cause any issues. Like if you were to leave it, it would technically work, but it would be infuriating.
Yeah, so the pads, like you said, roll up into the fan grill, and then when the PC
perfect
gets,
storm scenario.
when the PC gets turned on, the fan for the power supply hits the pad that is rolled up into the fan grill and makes that noise.
For the customer, if you watch the clip later, you watch the VOD later,
I was hungry.
there's nothing wrong with your computer. I'm hungry. I'm tired. I didn't sleep very well because I had to take a friend to the airport at 4:30. And it's just, like Patrick said, just perfect storm. Just, it's a good computer. It's a great case. The power supply works and is a power supply. It does what it needs to do. It's just I'm just unable to cope.
Sometimes cases the tolerance for the power supply is a little too tight, so if you get a bigger power supply, it's just a nightmare. And that's where we're at right now. So it's like on the best case scenario, it's just an annoying noise, but you know, from a customer's perspective, that shouldn't be like that, and also like that's scary for someone that didn't you missed power supply hell is what you missed. We did turn it on, but
And me losing my goddamn mind. I mean, ugh.
Like the monkey that can't get the banana, just start beating the PC. Like,
you found the fourth pad, right?
Oh,
Oh, was it not the thing that was like under there?
I want to plug the power supply in and make.
yep. Probably like under this thing. Lazy Susan. It was laying down when I got it.
I just want to find that for peace of mind that's not in there. Hey, no noise.
All you have to do is beat it. I mean, it's touching every side anyway, so it's not gonna move. Like, that's cool. Pinky. These are fun. Out of the problem space. Convinced there's a fourth pad.
I mean, it's possible, but it would be very. I feel like it'd be unlikely.
Is there just like one here, one on the other side? Where was the third one? Or was it two on each side?
All four of them had them. I might have pulled one out. I don't know.
It's four corners. PSU.
Oh, the corners.
Yeah, so it's
I thought it was one like on the side.
no, it's like
Where those little circles were.
yeah, the circles.
Oh.
Yeah. Love to work with PCs you enjoy watching. Yeah, thank you so much. Glad you're enjoying.
I can take it from here.
You
Thank
guys
you.
know me, I'm a warrior, so I'm just worried that it's like in the fan or something.
If it doesn't make the noise, then
There's
it's
no
fine.
way it would have gotten that far up into it.
No, probably not.
Yeah, besides like the, you know, yeah, I guess what I was about to say was a little bit dumb, but I was gonna say like, Rude Dog, this would look somewhat similar to your build.
My frustration level has been trained by BMW, so I'm used to being upside down in the footwell of cars, trying to get like my big ass body up into this little tight space. Can't quite get my fat fingers in there, and strained. to mention having Popeye forearms. Try to work on cars with Popeye forearms.
Goodness. You're back and sad to report KFC was not to play? I said Popeyes.
Hey, you gotta get the double down sandwich.
Okay, I know that who was it that posted in the Discord?
I mean, that's the #1 ad on Twitch right now.
Dude, it was so funny because like Ludwig made a ad for the Double Down.
Double down.
What am I
Oh,
doing?
this started earlier than I thought.
Hey, hello. Oli? Oli?
My PC,
Yeah, Rudog. Rudog posted the Double Down.
you 1156 or 54? 1154.
Wait.
Chicken was dry, mac and cheese is trash, and spilled your drink at the door. Oh no.
Oh God, no.
Even though Rudog posted the Double Down and it just looks.
I'm the only person that doesn't use like DoorDash.
I do not use DoorDash. I don't think it's worth it.
I enjoy ordering online, but financially,
It just does not make sense.
it makes a lot more sense. Like if you are gonna order online, to just go pick it up yourself.
Yeah.
So that's what I do.
I don't like, because of the places that I go, like Chipotle, you should not order online at Chipotle because they almost certainly shortchange you. It's like,
I think it depends on where you go. 'Cause
maybe, but every place, every time I've gone and done the online order, it's usually a worse burrito. It's still a fine burrito, it's still Chipotle, whatever.
Oh, who
But
doesn't
it's
do that?
not as good as,
Doesn't do that?
I'll say Moe's.
Those.
No. I don't, Moe's and Chipotle are they're just different. Like, Moe's is
Yeah, Moe's
more
is better.
like classic, like, it tastes more like classic Mexican food, or Tex-Mex or whatever you want to call it. Chipotle is very like, I don't know if it's just because like of the ingredients I get.
Every
I
time
don't
I
know,
eat
it's
at
just-
Chipotle, I just feel like I need to go to the coffee shop after.
Yeah. See, like okay,
Like, it's one of those places.
if you don't use Grubhub, if you use the app of whatever place you're going to, then and you go pick it up yourself. You're 11:54. Heck yeah. So you should be able to watch this turn on in just a second.
Yeah, good timing.
Yeah, if you like let's say for example like Chipotle, Moe's or whatever, if you use the Chipotle or the Moe's app and you don't get delivery, you go pick it up yourself. It's the exact same price as if you had walked in and order it.
What is the yearly fee for DoorDash?
Yeah, like Grubhub has like their like subscription service, but you
Doesn't
still
that like piss the drivers off though? Like, don't they get like a cut, or you just tip them separate?
I don't know, because for Grubhub the subscription is is it? It's been so long. It's not like that. Like
God, I am so over tipping. Fuck tipping. Like, if you work in the restaurant industry, I'm sorry, but it's not my job to pay you more. It's the fucking employer's job. Like,
I mean, if they're like, you go like Olive Garden or something, and they're like really good about like bringing you breadsticks and drinks and all.
sure,
like,
that's fine. Like at a sit-down restaurant,
Yeah.
if it's a really good server, that's less the issue.
But like Sonic.
But
no,
like
you know.
Sonic, or you go to a coffee shop and they
Yeah.
turn that little fucking iPad around. I'm not doing it.
had DoorDash drivers just claim your food and never deliver it about 5 times to stop using this kind of services
Fuck
entirely.
that.
Heard of that a lot.
I'd
Yeah.
be so pissed waiting for food and then it just doesn't show up because someone was like, ooh, mine.
Thankfully, I've not had to deal with that, but
Okay, let's try this again. If it happens again, window. Yo.
Yeah, I like online
I
ordering.
don't
'cause
even like-
I don't want to interact with.
But like, I don't even want to tip like in a regular restaurant because it's just like if it's kind of like the
Ideally,
tax.
they're making enough.
that they don't
money
need the
that
tips.
they don't need
that
it.
would be ideal. But like you look at the prices, and if I want to go to a nice dinner, I'm like gonna get a $25 meal or something like that, or a nice-ish dinner or whatever. I don't want to then have to pay a quarter extra on top of it because my budget was $35 for the night, and all of a sudden I'm spending 45 on a meal that was $30. Just seems silly, and it feels like it's sort of like
I love the
Built on
pizza
guilt.
places. Like when you walk in to pick up your pizza, it asks you if you want a tip. Like I walked in and got my fucking
Yeah.
pizza. Like why am
All
I
right.
tipping?
this is Holy Eyes PC 1154 and 3, 2, 1. No, no, that's not funny. Funny.
Silent and deadly.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And that new PC smell too.
It does have a new PC smell.
Live. Look at that graphics card.
Look at those cables. 200 bits. Oh, that was 15 minutes ago. I'm stupid.
Sick part choices, by the way.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Intermax and
Don't say it. Got it.
it really is kind of a perfect storm scenario though. Like
Yeah.
EVGA probably wouldn't have done that.
I just need to be smarter. It's more proactive. PC, because I do like this case. It is a very sort of like well-equipped case. And
I'd press about the people are just salty in general about the 40 series.
yeah,
Like there's a lot of salt, but
for the price to performance, it is, it's not ideal, but it's fine. It's not like you're wasting money. Because it's not like you're spending $1,200 on a 4080, which, whether or not that's worth it is sort of like, I think, up to the person who's buying it.
this is just my opinion, but I'm pretty settled on the 4070 Ti. Like it's in a good price. It's good performance. Better than the 3080 Ti.
Yep. Well, I think in some instances it's better than a 3090. And a lot of people compare it to the 3090 Ti.
I think $800 for the card is fine, justified.
Because if you're hitting 3090 Ti performance for what, half the cost?
What I will not agree on is an extra $400 for a 4080.
No, that needs to be like $1,000.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, not saying it's wrong, but like just kind of are upset at Nvidia for
As they
price
should be.
gouging.
No company, regardless of what they do, is free from scrutiny.
So I think that's a maybe a big part of the whole.
Are you going from a 1080 to this?
This
Yeah,
is gonna be big.
Yeah,
that's a
gonna
big
be,
increase.
That's a big boy.
Fun for you.
Fuck yeah. You should because there's a good chance you're on 1080p right now. You should seriously consider going to like a 27-inch 1440p monitor.
Yep.
That would make a big difference because you'll still get good frame rates, but everything will just be clearer. It'll just be nice.
Just curious, what did you see that was bad press about the 4070 Ti? I just want to know. I think the card's in a really good spot. Like, look how much a 3080 Ti is. They're inflated right now, but they're like $900. Not being a big enough upgrade from the previous model to be worth the cost. Really? So they were comparing it to like a 3070 Ti?
At that point, the 4070 Ti is pretty substantial over the 3070 Ti.
Yeah.
Maybe a 3080 because
Maybe lower the price of the 4080 because I would be, although I don't know. I think I really need to wait for the 50 series.
I mean, generally the best like bang for your buck is not to upgrade every generation.
Yeah.
It's like you skip one and then upgrade, and then skip one and then upgrade.
If you're really patient, you skip 2.
okay. Had some fun with which why is clipping so in?
Well, I mean, technically you did the best thing because you had a
'Cause they
1080p
hate you.
or a 1080 hard. Skipped what? 3?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
10, 2, 3. So
This is sort of like a precaution. We don't allow links in the chat, but if you are in our Discord, you can post it in there, and I'll post it for you.
Or you can just whisper us.
Can you send email whenever you're done with the clip?
Okay, but here's your clip. Clip.
Okay, do some inventory.
Inventory.
I have the email. Need to just. Email is sent. Oh, no. Just do the. Just a question. You've upgraded from 1080 Ti to 3080 not too long ago, but like
Oh, god damn it. Fuck you.
But like the 4000 series aren't those at the current moment.
Oh, I'm gonna throw up.
You're just behind on everything. Yeah, the 4000 series. I mean, yeah, it is. You're going very like power heavy. They're
Oh.
Ahoy, sweet comrade. I want to wish a very miraculous and very happy stream. Thank you so much and welcome in. Yeah, the 4000 series is kind of like beefy. They push the power to the max.
The only real issue with it is the pricing.
And you have to keep in mind that right now only the like higher end of the stack is out too. So
I'll be really interested to see the 4060 Ti.
yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens once we get to the lower end of the stack. But I guess since you said 1080 Ti to 3080, I'm guessing you're wanting to get in that kind of like higher end range anyways. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the word overkill is the only reason I'm being so hesitant.
If you're
It kind of depends on what you want to do, right? Like
Uh-huh.
if we're talking about for gaming, then
we're talking Minecraft, Fortnite, League of Legends, overkill is absolute. Like 4090 is absolutely overkill.
even if we're talking about the 4080, like yeah, that is.
Ah. Ah.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, no problem. Don't be afraid to ask more questions. That's what we're here for. And let me update the specs, and then I'll tag. Why? Okay, got DDR4 Griffin. Sick.
You're up. A sick kid.
Hey.
Arma 3 should run fine. Yeah, I haven't played Arma 3 in a long time.
Yeah, I was about to say, isn't Arma 3 pretty old?
Yeah, but it's had some
I know it's some, like, you know,
optimization
somewhat
issues.
intense.
If
Pretty
I
good, though.
remember right, I think it might be like moderately CPU heavy. But
Ooh. Good job, Easy. Got a mostly stock one, saving some money.
oh yeah,
Nice. Hey, that's.
we like to see.
We're here for everything. We're here for the big boys. We're here for the people working on a budget. FNT. Ah. That'll do ya. Okay. Heck yes.
Cables.
Okay, and off we go.
Oh. I thought everybody had a P5.
Theoretically, could you do a pasta cooled build? I'll let you handle this one since since it's horse Google.
Yes. Sure.
You know,
If the pasta were wet enough and you just plopped it right on top of the CPU, it would cool it for a couple seconds.
Well, do you remember the boba themed build?
Oh, and they put like, didn't they put like actual boba in there?
I don't think it wasn't actual boba. It was like it wasn't actual boba. It was I don't know what it was. I think it was like basically it was like it just looked like boba. It wasn't actually boba.
Under the
Well, I mean, if you're going for that angle, then theoretically you can do any sort of cooled build.
Yeah. Sure. Now, what about this pasta? Like pasta water isn't particularly like pasta-y. What about hot dog water?
Well,
Hot dog water cooled piece.
The first thing that popped in my mind was like literally the boba themed build, but you replace the boba with pasta.
And just have little bits of like
You
rotini just floating through the tubes.
You just hope that the pasta is big enough that it doesn't go into the tubes.
Gamer girl bath water cooled PC. That's what we need.
That
Yes.
definitely won't grow bacteria super
No,
fast
not at
and,
all. Totally not.
Oh yeah. Oh, even the starchy water is gonna fill up the microfins.
Oh,
so
it'll
fast.
absolutely clog it.
Okay, wait. Let's read an actual like real. Well, you ran into the problem some days ago. Managed to save your GPU, RAM, and CPU, but you're afraid to turn your PC on. Fell down on the ground with some heavily damage on the case. Scared to take a look deeper into the parts by simply plug the PC into the wall. Oh boy. Okay, wait.
I mean, there's not. I just make sure everything is like seated correctly.
So you asked. Okay, so you're basically just kind of like thinking about new parts. Or wait, no, you said, huh? Okay, wait. I'm a little confused now.
Get out of your TV. I'm interested in this girl bathwater old PC.
I mean, yeah, but like,
or Pokemon, or who else? Who else is a gamer like that? Pokemon?
wait, why are you scared to get electrocuted?
Just make sure all your parts are seated right. I don't think any of the cables would have come unplugged, at least any of the important ones. Just plug it in, turn it on.
Just
Plug it in, plug it in.
if you're it's very simple. If you're working inside of the PC, turn it off and disconnect it from the wall.
Yeah.
If you need to plug it into power and see if it'll run, then do that and just don't poke around inside while it's on.
Patrick says or do.
No,
Patrick's a smart guy.
he is, but that was a joke.
Like the way these boxes. Yeah, you tell him, Pat.
I think you deserve your own discount code for Moe's.
Yeah.
I think you should become like a Moe's affiliate.
Moe's affiliate. Does Moe's use affiliate marketing?
Have codes.
No, do they? Like for just like discount codes for like
It's like a lot
for
of,
like people, or is it like more like oh, it's like Happy Mother's Day?
well, I imagine that like. I mean, is there a difference? Back in? Oh wow.
You know what? Just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna check my Chipotle app. I want to see how many points I have.
Yeah, honestly, I'm a little bit confused, Kenny. About
Got 1,300 points. Okay. I need. Is that 250 points? Is that 2 more burritos? Ah! Come on. Would you all look handsome? Come on.
only thing that you've noticed is that the part where you plug the GPU into the motherboard, like the black lever, or whatever it's called, broke, and obviously the glass from the case. Okay, so plug GPU. Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
That is a little bit worrying because all that does is basically just help secure the GPU into the motherboard, but that's a yeah. I don't know why I said that. That's an important part. Otherwise, you might have your GPU coming like not making good contact with the
How come?
pins. Motherboard.
How come?
So that's not good.
I know.
Yeah.
That's why I'm repeating what you say. I watched Linus's new video of him like redoing his PC, and he used that was an awful throw, and he's using like new DDR5 RAM, but he took the heat spreader from a DDR3 set of RAM and put it on the DDR5 stick of RAM.
Okay.
It just felt weird. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not an issue, obviously.
Yeah.
Of course, I think any of us would trust Linus to do stuff, although I think he did drop something.
What hasn't he dropped?
I'm pretty sure he dropped a 4090.
Yeah.
Apparently, yeah. Do you guys see that video of the WAN
Yes,
show talking,
yeah.
him talking to Luke about the hard R, which his understanding of the word hard, like the hard R word, is that it's the word for like mentally handicapped people, and when he said like I dropped a fair number of hard R's in my day, Luke's face looked like he was ready to look for a new job. Like he was like, "Oh my God, what
Yeah.
has he done?"
He was like, yeah, it's all over.
"It's over. It's done. It's
Which like
Jesus." I mean,
I think is kind of funny. I was talking about this with my friends. He dug himself into a hole way worse, and then got out of it, and people were so relieved that it wasn't the N word that they like completely ignored that he still basically said like that he was using a different slur. And
okay,
it's
but
just
I wouldn't call that a slur. It's, I mean, maybe a little bit, but
mean-
people don't like it as they shouldn't. But it definitely does not have the like historical connotation that
it doesn't, but like I mean,
it's not good. I'm not saying
Yeah.
it's good. I'm not saying it's okay to say
like
it, but
yes, it's not nearly like as bad, like socially
No.
acceptable. Like it's not
I
as
would like to clarify that I'm not saying it's okay to say that word.
yeah.
Two very different things in that, because like, okay, let's be honest, it was a like, especially the time he was probably talking about is probably early 2000s, late
No,
90s.
yeah.
When saying that was slang for like, oh my God, that's so dumb, that's so stupid. Like, those motherboards.
But it's just yeah, it's like it was so he made it so much worse that people were so relieved that
It
he
could've
just kinda,
gone-
like
it-
glossed over that.
Yeah, it could have gone so bad.
But I mean, yeah, it's good that he the point that he was trying to make is that he, grew with the times
Yeah.
and kind of learned Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, yeah, like the again the like original point that he was trying to make that like it wasn't like socially unacceptable to say that back then. Yeah. Because no, actually, like in that same conversation, like I like recalled like one time where I was playing a game with like just a random like box.
With a random Xbox?
Oh, sorry, I got distracted. Nick said, yeah, when he said they had the hard R in American Dad, you were like, what? Yeah, me too.
like, when? Like,
I
okay,
think that was
maybe-
everyone's reaction.
Like, okay, maybe It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia because they definitely used it they used it in the very first episode.
because it's like American Dad, right? It's like you wouldn't be that surprised.
Hear the N-word?
American Dad.
Maybe not, because I think Family Guy has said it. Has Family Guy said it?
I don't know.
This is maybe something we don't want to go into.
Yeah. Yeah.
They made Peter King. Oh, because it was the last day on Earth, and he's like, I'm going to go into a bad neighborhood and say the N-word. And he comes back with a sash and a crown on.
That
and he's
was-
like, they respected me for saying it.
That was, oh boy. Changing from a 1080 Ti to 3080, is it normal that the difference in FPS is not a lot? Guessing it's in combination of CPU/RAM and such. So that's part of it. That Family Guy clip? Yeah, no, they didn't show it.
No, he doesn't actually say it on like they don't like.
Hey, what's up, Espiritu? 1080 Ti to 3080. So FPS does, CPU does have impact on FPS.
At lower resolutions.
Yeah,
mainly,
that is-
mainly at lower resolutions.
Well, I guess what I was trying to say is like it is related. It does play a part. In general, so it's possible that could be playing a part. But also just the difference in performance of the 1080
Well,
Ti to 3080
Yeah,
Ti.
especially if you're at low resolution and you have an older CPU, you could already be with the 1080 Ti, you could already be sort of not close, but close-ish to your like max frame rate that Oh, holy
Oh
shit.
wow.
Oh. Lost the battle. Is it you can't wait anymore?
Demons, they won. Say you sent an email.
OSD email. At a 9900K. 9900K. They'll be doing just fine.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
Okay, so
I see.
so well, the cable extensions were already in the price, and they should be on the way. And then once they're in, because I don't think we can change shipping address anymore. But once they're in, we can just send them to you, and it's probably only going to cost like $10 to send them. And then we gotta make sure that everything's here. We're pretty sure everything is all but maybe like one thing I think has been delivered.
Yeah.
So it's possible that
That box is just so dumb.
look at that box.
Just
Ta-da.
why?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. But I think it's what everything except like one thing maybe is here. Pat's gonna check, and then no promises. I don't want to get anyone's hopes up. Maybe Monday. It's kind of up to Pat. If everything's heater by then, and we're not like crazy. And I forget how many are on Monday. My first day at work is on. We'll have to figure. I need to figure out how long I'll be at work. And then just continue on to Tuesday. Corsair 7000D. Gonna be a big boy.
Yeah, yeah, it's possible. I'm not super like familiar with performance of those parts. Yeah, basically you're either, CPU limited or GPU limited. Could be that you're seeing the effects of being GPU limited. But the thing is even though you're always either CPU limited or GPU limited, that doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. In some cases, like the limit is just so high that it doesn't really matter. It'll also depend on like application and stuff like that as well. Yeah, like a 9th gen Intel that's getting to be a little bit old. If Jin is old, your 4790K is offended. Goodness. Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say like my HP Pavilion is like the king of. Huh. Interesting. Oh.
There's 2 of them.
Oh, 3. Yeah. NZXT fan doing NZXT fan things. Oh, Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree.
Where do you want?
That's probably a better idea.
Got 1 out of 3. Let's go.
I've liberated him. It's free. Huh. Huh. You think they know about how bad the fans are?
I don't know. I go with
Or is it like
probably
a us issue? Or like I guess it's just really weak plastic. Maybe that's why they don't have more fans in there.
Maybe not. No, that's probably just a money thing. Oh.
Yeah, it's a case fan that comes with the case.
The rear ones are usually fine.
Yeah, for some reason the front fan has a tendency to be just a tad bit broken.
Either break or like have been broken. I'm not sure like when. We're
mean,
not sure when it happens.
It seems more likely that it would be like during delivery, being thrown around and stuff.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. It becomes a new fidget toy. And we have another one of these. This is the star of our Christmas tree. Delivery is the part you're most afraid of. Well, as far as we go for this, we double checked, make sure everything's all good. A last check of like the hardware and stuff. Then we fill the inside with expanding foam, and they expand with just enough force that they just mold to everything, and it's not pushing on anything. That gets your GPU nice and secure and fills the inside of the case. And then we put the case back in the case box. Those always have like the foams that keep the PC like floating and like safe. Then we put the case box in a shipping box, and we put bubble on the bottom, so that again the it's floating again. And pack it with all the boxes, the part boxes, so that you get those, and then fill the rest of the remaining empty space with packaging materials. So it's a pretty decent way to pack the PCs, where it is very secure and is not, obviously stuff still happens, but it's a lot less likely. Like we like to say is, if anything does happen, that's what the warranty's for. So even in the unlikely case that something does happen, obviously it sucks to have to wait a little bit longer, but you'll be covered. I see. Yeah. Amazing so far. Yeah.
So far, so good. Okay. Okay. Well, I got to figure out what my schedule is for work. I think I go in at 9, and then training is like 2.5 hours, and then I'll finish my shift or something. Figure out what exactly that means. No.
I know how you feel. That's kind of where I'm at too, because I've not been searching.
Ugh. Yeah, mine's 18 an hour, just Sunday, Monday. But it's at weird times because Monday and Tuesday are 1 to 7, which I'm not super stoked about. Sunday is at least, I think, like 8 to 4.
It's about that time of day where afternoon nappy time.
Boy. Kind of nice.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Skate 3 is gonna look really nice.
What's that?
It perhaps, perhaps Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, I think you may. I think you may have meant Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, I'm not. I actually don't really know too much about the series. What time is it for us? It is 3:21 our time, our local time. We're on the east coast of the United States. Voice typing sucks for you? Oh, okay, gotcha. 8:21 p.m. there? Oh, okay, gotcha.
I don't know why more companies don't do what NZXT does with the single piece. What do you call it? Front panel connectors.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would
would be
be
nice.
nice. Yeah, I can't even think of a reason not to do. You don't know what you're gonna play. You're really looking to experience more that you couldn't. Yeah, that's always really fun.
Cyberpunk, Harry Potter, Assassin's Creed.
For me, it was really nice because I actually had a game. Sorry, big yawn. I actually had a game that I was having trouble running, so it was nice to be able to like play that. Which like I think it mainly I was mainly just having trouble running it because of optimization issues, but. Oh, okay. It's wild that your current build cannot stream modded Skyrim at 1080p. I think this is finally the first time for me that it was time to start looking. Yeah. I really want to make a Minecraft can make a supercomputer. Can bring us supercomputers to its knees joke,
God.
but
Yay.
actually, like I said, I didn't really know much about like the Baldur's Gate series, but
Is it like a top-down strategy game?
well, if I'm understanding this correctly, it seems like it's like Dungeons and Dragons.
But like Norse mythology kind
I don't.
A Norse
I'm not
god.
sure. Like it specifically mentions Dungeons and Dragons. So I'm not sure if it's like a video game version of Dungeons and Dragons. 90% of playing Skyrim is modded Skyrim. Yeah, I actually have not really played much modded Skyrim at all. Wait, what?
I just have zero interest in. I like. If they made a modern version of Skyrim but for Star Wars, I guess.
It's crazy. Like I don't.
I just when Skyrim first came out, I don't think I was playing video games. Like I didn't have any consoles or anything.
Yeah.
So like, there's no like nostalgia there for me.
I think it still kind of holds up a little bit today, though.
I don't know. I do not like the graphics. Whenever I see it, it's
Really?
it's just not my thing. It's just not my style.
Like I get that they're not as good as like current gen graphics, but it's like not that far off. Like
don't
you
know,
go
the
and you go and
textures-
play Oblivion and you feel it.
Yeah, I don't know. The textures just kind of look shitty to me. Didn't say shit. I'm sure there you can mod it to make it better, but
No, absolutely, and it sounds like that's what Rudolph.
it's kind of one of those things where it's like Titanic or like other popular movies that like you tell someone you've never played it or seen it, they're like what? That's crazy, and it makes me not want to like consume that content.
That's fair, but
Which is dumb, I know. Which is like I'm missing out on what is potentially good content, but also again, it's not my like the Knights and Dragons and that kind of stuff. Like that's not really my thing. Like the Lord of the Rings movies are fine, but I just have never been able to sit through them like all the way.
yeah. I mean, I don't even know what I would say that like personally I enjoy about like the Elder Scrolls. Cuz like I mean, I enjoy fantasy, but I'm not like I'm not
Fantasy
I don't
freak.
seek out fantasy really.
Sure.
Whenever I enjoy fantasy things, it's usually not because of the fantasy.
I love Futurama, the show. I think Futurama is great. I love the sci-fi, the sort of like smart, stupid humor. And then Disenchantment came out, and I was like, oh my god, more like similar but different, or familiar but different
Yeah.
kind of thing. I just couldn't get into it. I just do not care about
Well,
fantasy.
Disenchantment is like a different beast entirely.
It
'cause
also
it's,
didn't feel as, it wasn't as
Yeah.
funny, it wasn't as witty, it wasn't as like,
it's a lot more story driven.
mm-hmm.
For sure. Like Futurama was more like a typical like comedy.
Yep.
Um,
And it had its overarching plot development
sure,
and character
but,
development, but it was not, it was a little more,
like Futurama, if you like watch it out of order, you can more or less still like enjoy it like to the full extent. Disenchantment, it wouldn't really be possible. Like
Yeah.
you'd be lost on like happened
going
and
on.
what's happening and
I liked some of the characters. The character design was all right. I hopefully I didn't make anyone uncomfortable. I was losing. I was hungry and I'm kind of tired and just run down from. I had to wake up at 4:30 to take someone to the airport, and I just could not get back to sleep after getting home, and I was just. It was as Patrick put it, just the perfect storm of like things that go wrong, like.
and like that's like part of the like the appeal to some people to buy from us is exactly what you said. That sort of thing is exactly why you don't make your own, you lose your cool. That's one benefit of buying from us, because you get those people that are like, well, I could just build it myself. It's like, yeah, cool, go ahead. I mean, that you absolutely can build it yourself, but for some people, don't have the time, or they don't want to mess with that, or maybe they don't have the knowledge, or maybe they don't have the experience.
Yeah, the time thing is I always thought to myself like, oh, I'll always do my own car work and all that kind of stuff, but it's like it's getting to the point now where it's like, okay, I need to pick and choose weekends. I can't just start this project, because at home when I was younger, I could just leave the car apart or the bike apart in the garage and not touch it. And with a PC, I guess you could do that as well, but like if you don't have the space and you don't have the time, sometimes it's worth it to just have someone else do it. Like, tell someone like, build me a PC clown kind of thing.
Yeah. Because I mean, like, obviously for us, like, if we really wanted to, we could like sit down and build like a decently sized PC in like an afternoon. But for the average person,
It might be more like a day-long
it's
ordeal.
gonna be like a whole day ordeal.
Well, and especially, oh my God, I remember doing like early builds and having to run back and forth to like Micro Center, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because I was missing something.
And like for me personally, even though I could have built my PC faster, like I wanted to enjoy it. I wanted to
Take your time.
I
with it.
made it a whole day ordeal just because I wanted to have fun with it. For you, it's always been thermal paste that terrifies you. Most you do is swap cards in and out, but anything with a motherboard is above your knowledge.
Yeah, that is exactly how I felt when I first started building.
Yeah.
Thermal paste is the only step that is not like mechanically rigid. It's the only one that
because you know that if you mess it up, it has like serious consequences.
it's like, yeah, are you putting too much? Are you not putting enough? And it's just, it gets
Yeah.
kind of stressful.
Yeah, I mean that's like it's not just thermal paste either, right? Because like whenever you first start out, if you don't really know much,
What all the plugs do on the motherboard? Like, should I plug into? What about CPU ops?
like how much force
No.
do I use?
Oh, especially with like 24 pin or the USB 3.0.
Because like a lot of people that don't have like experience stuff, they don't realize like, yes, computer components are fragile, but they're not that fragile. Like,
I mean, you can palm a motherboard and hold it wherever you want on it. I used to think, grip it by the sides and don't touch any of the traces or any of the contacts, but
yeah,
you could lick that thing, and as long as it's dry, it doesn't really matter.
yeah, and think that is a lot of people's like. They're afraid that they'll break something, and in reality, as long as you're not like throwing it at a wall, you'll
yeah.
probably be fine. So you said exactly everything else is plugs into plugs, screws into screw holes, real easy. Like screws into screw holes, well, I don't. So even then, even with plugs into plugs and screws into screw holes, it's like there's different screws for different things. So like sometimes you can be putting the wrong screw into the wrong screw hole, and like the same thing with like plugs and like connectors and stuff. If you don't know what you're doing, RGB is a nightmare.
Don't worry, the computer will let you know if you stick it in the wrong hole.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
That's
still though,
mainly
because
a
like,
joke.
oh yeah. But just to speak on that for a second, like, sometimes putting the wrong screw, like you put like a screw that's a little too big into like the motherboard, it's like that could cause some serious problems. But yeah, there's a lot more nuance, but as he said, it's all very mechanical until you get to the thermal paste and that throws. Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
It's such a messy it has the potential to be a messy process for something that is otherwise a very like clean and tidy like activity. It's organized, but
Wait till you push a USB in upside down and it goes in. Oh goodness.
oh god.
Oh no. Intern broke an AIO and MOBO thread using wrong screw a year ago. It was slightly frustrating. Yeah. Thankfully, my beginner mistakes were not great, but weren't that bad at the same time. It was mainly just like accidentally getting like CPU and motherboard pins bent.
Which everybody is bound to do at least once.
Yeah. Sweet Elliot.
Elliot was very
Fixed all those.
he
for
was
me.
he was a very patient teacher. I remember when we were teaching Ronnie how to like start on like initials or on like RMAs on rework. We were swapping an AMD CPU, and you know how when you pull the lever up it clicks at the last second? He did that and I went, oh god, no.
Oh no.
And he jumped and he was like, and Elliot just looked at me like, come on, man. Like, I was like, no, I'm kidding. He's like, no, you can't do that, man. I'm gullible.
Poor Ronnie.
Poor Ronnie, yeah. Ronnie was a good sport.
Oh whoa, what the? I was just pulling on this just cause, and I heard something. Watch enough LTT builds and you can learn a lot of what can go wrong. Yeah. But like, just don't be a silly goof. Which, okay, I guess that's like not a fair thing to say. Some people, super patient.
Like me.
Oh yeah, there's more flex in this than I thought. I don't like that. Oh, that's.
Well, yeah, without
the
without
supports.
the frame, and it's just, I mean, think, it's thin plastic, and this is never going to experience, because once it's screwed in, it's never going to experience an
yeah.
axial
No,
load,
I
so
know,
it doesn't
but,
need
like,
to have.
that flimsy of plastic to me.
Wow, it broke in like
Perfectly four
pretty
pieces.
even pieces. That's cool. That hurt my ears. That was very loud.
Something's only common sense if you've been exposed to it. Otherwise,
That's
it's
the thing,
a
is I
learning
don't
experience.
love the term common sense.
Yeah.
Not quite fair, because everybody has different experiences. Now, there's some things like don't run out in traffic. That's like, hopefully any, reasonable person can sort of.
You hope that like
Infer.
Darwin Award stuff is everyone could agree that
Yeah.
is common. Yeah, it is like it's
Not-
very it easily discounts like other points.
I feel like not everybody has that sort of like killer survival instinct.
Well, you would, I don't know, yeah, you would think that something like, I don't know, walking in the middle of traffic or something is like,
Unless they've got something wrong with them.
so far you only have built 2 PCs on your own, your PC and your wife's PC, and you didn't run into any problems, gotten them both started from your first try, both different builds, so you're proud of that. Later found out that your wife's PC started randomly freezing. Turned out that the RAM sticks were broken. Yep.
RAM has a pretty high failure rate, or DOA, dead on arrival.
Yeah. Don't beat yourself up on that one.
I like when you make those noises because it means you're scheming. I like hearing people scheme.
I'm not sure that NZXT would be happy to know that I'm creating a broken fan, but
We should post it on Twitter. Look, bitch! Look what you made! Look what you made me do!
there, and you go here. Okay, then
Yeah, RAM failure is just because it's moderately like volatile. I mean, it is volatile memory, and I'm not sure why it's so sensitive though. It'll be interesting to see if that rate changes at all with GDR5. I don't think it will, but
oh, this is cool.
it is surprisingly like tight. Tight.
Ooh. Arts and crafts project. Ooh. Oh, now this should be the star on the tree. Wait, actually. Oh, this is what I've created. I use my shirt as a background. Look at that. Actually, wait, maybe it might be better.
Star of red
if
shirt.
ZXT star. Look at that. Like, look at that. I like the cross of the cable ties. This is a true PC Builder art piece. Got the fan, the cable ties is not bad to be honest. It looks cool. It's cool. It's a cool guy.
But it gives me like Destiny. What is it? The Ghost.
Oh,
Gives me like Ghost vibes.
Okay, guys. This is the new Ghost Shell for the next DLC. Let's get Bungie involved. Let's get them on this. Maybe this could be the next Halloween Ghost Shell. Maybe. Okay, so now I'm kind of wondering, like, well, I don't think I can do it anymore, but I wonder if I could have gotten
Other fan.
I could have gotten the cable to go through, and maybe I could use that as like.
Oh, if you clip it, it'll probably go through the center.
That's yeah. I don't. Well, maybe because take it out, but then it would just kind of hang like that. That's not very. PC Ninja Star. Start selling it, bet people would buy it. Just every single NZXT fan. I don't think NZXT would be too happy about that.
Well, if they're if they're making sales, they may not give a shit.
This be like a reconstructed. Deconstructed and then reconstructed fan. Yeah, I think it also I do also think it looks cool.
It's neat.
Hashtag not getting sponsored by it. It wouldn't look good, but the only thing that's coming to my mind right now is like maybe could I don't think it would be a good idea to put, like, hypothetically, if it did hold it down pretty well, I don't think cable ties would be a great idea. So, yes, it's like,
So I would.
it's like hypothetically, if a cable tie was, that would that
You could potentially do
cause it to
something
not spin?
around here.
Yeah. Well, cause like
Around
I was
there,
thinking,
and then
well, no, cause it could go like in there, like before it gets tightened down, but NZXT released a monitor. Should you pair it though, or is there something better? Definitely don't feel the need to like pair the case with the monitor. Probably more important to focus on the performance of the monitor. That being said, Wells is the one that knows all about monitors. I'm not best when it comes to that stuff.
I don't know. I don't know what the specs are. It depends on obviously the price and then what the specs are, because there might be an equivalent option for the same or less money.
How do we roll into this kind of work? As soon as a main job or as a side job, kind of interested in somehow get into this kind of work too. So I'll post exclamation GN story. That kind of gives our full story, but at the moment, like basically we want this to be our main job. That's the goal. We're working towards that.
So kind of like this.
Yeah.
And you'll want to send, I think, the cable. God, there's so much fucking spam.
So yeah, right now we aren't like paying ourselves.
At least not consistently.
At least not consistently. And we're just we are kind of like the ones where we're doing this full time and not getting another job to support ourselves, except for changed a tiny bit.
I'm getting something that's part-time just
yeah.
to kind of help expenses. Like that. This is a little rough. You'll want to put, I think ultimately you'll want to put the cable through the center.
Buddy, I quit that a while ago. That's why I've been on stream. I wouldn't be on stream if I didn't quit.
What's with it?
Yeah. Didn't want to advertise it too much because some of the people that I met, I told them about this, and so I didn't want to be like talking the job if they were watching, but and also it's not a good look.
It sounded like a pretty bad job.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to trash an employer.
So yeah, it worked out kind of well too, because the idea was to quit so I could focus on looking for a different job, but things kind of picked up here. So I'm kind of glad that it kind of worked out to where I have more time to spend here. Uncle Henry, good morning.
Hello.
How's it going?
Morning.
One week until PAX East 2023 in Boston. Ooh.
Guess where we're not going.
Do what you love, not what's a chore. Yeah, that's definitely like the philosophy that I have.
In some instances, I'll say that that's a good way to ruin a hobby, but in this case, it's not true.
Well, I do think that I'm kind of thinking that maybe I don't know. I've never had anything stick out to me as like, yes, this is it. This is that thing where, you know, I'm just so passionate about it that I want a lifelong career in it. And I'm kind of thinking that maybe I don't necessarily need that. Like maybe that's not necessarily something that happens to everybody.
I don't know. This could be pretty cool.
Well, yeah, and so the kind of the conclusion that I'm coming to is like maybe I just need to find something where I just enjoy it and enjoy it enough to where I don't mind going to work every day and like I have fun with it.
Because let's be honest, someone like not everybody dreams of having a like academic career and like being like super dedicated to work when you know there's a solid chance that place of employment would replace you like in a heartbeat.
Yeah. So, and you know, obviously this is a job that I find fun and that I enjoy. So this is what I want to be doing. Yeah. How was you when you worked at Apple? Good paying managers, but felt dead inside. Yeah, that's my biggest. Like, if I don't want to get out of bed in the morning, it's incredibly difficult to get out of bed in the morning.
Me at BMW. Or getting out of bed knowing you're not getting paid.
Yeah, that's too.
Hate your career, but it's all you know. See, that really sucks, right? Like, you don't want to get out of bed in the morning either way. Fair enough. Yeah, like, yeah, but if you really enjoy what you're doing, it makes it a.
See, I like getting out of bed as long as it's for something substantial.
Like bacon
Maybe
and
you're
eggs.
meant to be an entrepreneur. See, the funny thing about that is I never would have thought that I would be like a co-owner of a business
That is based on sales.
Well, just
Or
because
just in general.
Like in general, because I hated business class.
Yeah.
And like I would never in a million years do I think that I could get a business degree. Not because I don't think I can do it, because I think I would just be like I would hate it. Like, I just would.
I didn't know squat about businesses.
Yeah.
All my work done. Yeah.
Hooray.
Caught up on orders. And
Oh. That's
hairballs.
And nothing. I'm gonna go for it.
I didn't stream, just
You
thinks
say,
I sit here on the couch.
12 hours of sleep? That's too many.
Yeah,
There is such a thing as too much sleep.
yeah.
Well, when you're a teenager, might be okay.
Just kidding. Okay. Well,
I mean, more than 5 hours.
if I remember,
like
5 hours is bad too.
Or like college age.
No, I'm pretty sure like 8 hours, like 7, anywhere between like 7 and 9 hours is sort of like ideal depending on the person. Any longer and you run into like, I'm
Yeah,
not
but when
saying
you're in
like-
college, it's fine. Trust me.
Yeah. But too much sleep can also
Be
lead
bad.
to like muscle degradation and that kind of stuff because you're spending 50%. Like if you're getting 12 hours of sleep instead of 8, you're spending 50% more time in bed. Is not.
sleep 6 to 8 in a freezing cold room.
I love
Goodness.
sleeping in a cold room.
In a
Ugh.
pile of blankets.
Yes, that is the best.
Yeah.
Or I undo it. Look at my little.
What in God's name is that?
I broke the fan shroud.
Oh.
I just
yeah.
squeezed it. And it's split
Oh.
into like
Fan.
4 equal parts.
what I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna put the fan under here. So it'll be like.
so that it's still on the frame.
So I'm gonna basically I'm gonna try and redo this, but with like this part like kind of through here. Like obviously not this tight because that wouldn't work, but
You can cut away all this stuff.
yeah, I think it might help though.
Yeah, because then you have nothing to.
And also
Tie it
it's
too.
pretty cool. What kind of PC would you recommend a professional Vampire Survivors player? Not the Samsung fridge.
Yeah.
Samsung fridge.
Do not get the Hoagie BIOS.
I'm not familiar. Are either of you guys familiar with Vampire Survivors?
No.
Okay.
It's just a MMO, PvP, PvE, generic.
What
Okay.
PC will help me escape Tarkov?
that doesn't really sound
None of them.
the most
Also
demanding.
Samsung.
Sounds like kind of like Siren, or you said professional, so I'm guessing you want like top of the line performance. But at the same time, I feel like it's maybe not the best.
Can get a Harpy with
Full
a
disclosure.
13 stick. No,
That's fair. Yeah.
can you?
Yeah.
13400 and a 3060 Ti. I
Yeah.
don't know if you
Full
can get
disclosure here is
13.
Samsung's
I thought
fridge
they
sales
could.
rep. What kind of government job is that?
I don't think we wanted to step on the siren toes.
Theoretically only.
Fridges. Never mind those spy balloons. Shoot down those spy fridges.
I like the idea of shooting down a fridge.
Now, wouldn't that be a good idea if China instead did spy fridges? They just made them all in China and distributed them in the U.S. Spy fridge. I mean, Samsung.
Samsung.
You're saying too much.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Turn around and boom, spy fridge.
Boom. You're dead.
Uploads all your milk usage to China.
Ugh.
How much milk you drink and eggs you eat.
My roommate's out of town right now, and he left a little bit of milk in the fridge. It expired on like the night.
Oh boy. Get chunky.
That's fun.
I should.
I don't think that's what
I
that
am the
means.
milkman. My milk is delicious. What is that? Psychonauts?
Yeah.
I've never played it, but I've seen that clip a bunch, and I think it's hilarious.
Okay. Doctor?
Roger?
No. It'd be cool if we could like overvolt those and just see how fast they could spin.
You know what? With
Well, if you want to do something cool like that, do it after
I mean,
I've...
without frying the electronics. Probably kill the motor before you speed it up.
Okay. This is going to take some doing, I think, but... Okay, so basically...
milk,
Wham.
milk me.
We used to take the old tensioners out and put them on the bench with an air nozzle and just see how fast they'd spin, and then the bearing would like see.
Oh,
All right, this PC
oh.
is
Some people say milk like with
milk.
I think it's like a
Milk.
certain part of Canada that does that.
that's the milk.
Hold on. I want to focus on this, so I'm going to wait till after we...
Hulk.
Use Chat GPT as your life coach. That's not good.
Huh? Maybe don't.
Want to see something terrifying? Watch a video of a runaway diesel engine.
Oh,
I
hell
don't.
yeah.
I don't think I want to.
Some of those are kind of scary. They like try to cover it up and like snuff it out, and they just can't get it to.
A course instructor we had a course book that big, and he threw a course book into the throttle body and still like started sucking it in. It was like, oh no.
Some of those videos. There's a
Brother,
video
can I have
somewhere of
some
a.
milk for my whoops.
It's a Mustang or a Supra or just something with a big fucking turbo, and it's on the dyno and it's spooling up really hard, and you see this rag start to float up over a workbench and just gets sucked in and it shreds it and it destroys the turbo.
They had we had like an engine on a stand and like behind like thick glass and stuff, and they had fuel lines going to it with like cutoffs. They cut the fuel, and they're just waiting for it to go out. It just kept going, and they're like, "What the
Jesus.
fuck?" They found out it was feeding off the oil from the oil pan. It was sucking it up and actually burning it and combusting. Diesels are
God.
insane, dude.
Because they'll run on anything, because it's a compression engine, so it'll run on literally anything that is even a hint like volatile.
Oh, the guy I worked with, he had a Dodge truck diesel, and he would take the old motor oil from the oil changes, put them in a jug, and then cut it with like diesel at the pump. But it was like 80% oil. Like,
Oh my God, because I think some people will do that with like old like Volkswagens. They'll go and they'll get vegetable oil from restaurants and just run it off that. All right, this is a Sick Kid's PC, right?
Yeah.
Sick Kid, your PC's ready. Your lovely cables, or lack thereof. It's crazy how much faster computers run when you just like take the scissors and just kind of like go at it. It's great. There's less resistance,
Disclaimer
so
in
the
chat.
electricity goes
Disclaimer in
faster. Don't
chat.
listen to him. It's all
PC
true.
For the username,
It's all real.
a sick kid, not. I mean, well, maybe an actual sick kid, but we don't know.
Yeah. All right, it's 11:56 in 3. RGB. GB.
Fire supply starts ticking.
What? What'd you say? Touch your mouth.
Yeah, glad you like it. Look at that.
GB.
Oh,
It does that.
It does that.
It starts.
Uh-oh.
It's fine. Look at that. It's fine.
And all of your RGB on like your RAM, your cooler, your fans is all addressable via the motherboard settings, and then the GPU will be through Firestorm, Zotac Zotac software.
did an order for that case. 4080. Extreme Arrow. I was afraid to get it.
Where it wouldn't fit.
It probably will fit, but
Did you get it?
I got that card.
Okay. We should try it sometime.
Yeah.
And never say uh-oh like that. Uh-oh is bad.
I think. PSU sounding quiet, yo.
Hell yeah. It should be. And you've got plastic on. You got plastic on both sides of the glass.
Wouldn't it be better if you couldn't see all that beautiful stuff behind tint?
This one's not too bad. It's not as bad as the Corsair cases.
About to raid soon.
Yeah.
I'm holding stream hostage. I want to do this fan thing. So it should only take a second.
I want to go home.
But I want to race people in rush hour.
I want to go home and nap.
This little bastard tried to cut me off the other. He like actually tried to run me off the road.
Jesus.
Why is everything RGB except for that one fan? Because that one fan isn't hard.
That's about it.
I don't know what else to say.
That's one of the fans that comes with the case.
Yeah, we have the option of adding an additional RGB fan, but it's just extra cost for something that's only for aesthetics. So
We leave that up to you.
leave that up to the customer.
Is it worth it?
Some people, they want the pretty PC and they have the money, and that's cool and okay.
We were never in North California. We have
Nope.
always been in North Carolina. Oh
Carolina.
wait,
Well,
no. I swear to God, I'm dyslexic. I read that as North California, but it just says North Carolina. Yes, we are
Carolina.
still in North Carolina.
yeah.
I am certain
No, because
that I am just dyslexic.
don't feel bad because I looked up and maybe it's because you said it and you got
'Cause
it
I
in my
saw-
brain.
I don't
but
know.
I didn't read it correctly.
Maybe it's just the PTSD kicking in.
Yeah. That too.
California. Oh no.
Did
Don't
you
say
know
California.
80% of prisoners are dyslexic? Is this like a lead up to a bad joke, or is that like a very depressing statistic?
And
That wouldn't honestly, that wouldn't surprise me. Talk about No Child Left Behind. Let's go. That is kind of fucked up. Which would make sense because dyslexia is like generally common with like other like developmental disorders like ADHD, and ADHD has a high, if it's not treated correctly, it has a high chance of turning into something like obstinate defiant disorder or something like that.
I have the worst disease of all, ginger.
Ginger.
goodness.
I have gingivitis.
I don't think dyslexia causes people to go to jail. I think it's just the fact that people who are dyslexic are probably also likely to be like maybe more like socially deviant. Be sexually deviant.
Up, Steve.
Goodness. Okay, wait. I think.
Really a dog. Oh my god. Walk it back, walk it back. Book him. Get him, boys. He's dyslexic.
You have a slight case of gingivitis. Your beard's red.
Hey.
Maybe I won't.
No, don't do it.
Hold
Just do it
stream
next
hostage.
time.
When I was little, my hair was like fuck. It was like fire red.
Fire, fire, fire. Pull up, pull up.
Then I spent way too much time at the beach and it bleached out.
Air speed stall. Pull up, pull up, pull up.
I did it wrong. Next time. Okay. So yeah.
I have a mild case of gingivitis. Doctor said it's not curable. In a cute bikini. you did pop in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay. More fan time. More.
Need your advantage. Is it on mute?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we do have our raid target, but
Is it like a what? Uppies. I want Morticia to give me uppies.
what I need to do.
Wednesday girl's probably always going to be typecast for like
Sort of like semi-spooky.
like murder movies, like everything.
She's in the new Scream movie.
Oh, that's right.
I like Jenna Ortega. I think she did a good job as Wednesday.
Didn't I read like they were not doing more Wednesday?
I think that it might have gotten canceled for season 2. Yeah.
Why the hell would they cancel that?
I don't know. Honestly, after watching the '90s Wednesday or the Addams Family,
Christina Ricci.
huh?
Ricci.
Yeah.
She was good.
Those movies were a lot more edgy and shit. Like at one point, my favorite example is Gomez. Is that they're all at like a party and this woman comes up to Gomez and is like, "Oh, Gomez Adams, it's so nice to meet you. I've heard you're quite the lady killer." And he goes, "Acquitted."
Yeah.
Which
Or every time you see Wednesday and
Pugsley.
Yeah,
They're always
Pugsley.
like ready to kill each other.
it's always
or
a death
something.
scene. Like he has him in an electric chair, like pulling the lever, or
And, well, in that one, it's like Pugsley, I want to play a game. And he's like, "What's the game?" She's like, "Is there a god?"
or she has him like in a box and she's sawing. Like
They put in the second one, they put Pubert, the new baby, under a guillotine, and they drop it, and the baby catches it.
hey, he's back.
Oh, okay. Okie dokie. So, Trip Draws is back. So we're going to start the raid. Okie dokie. Everyone, please join the raid and show Trip Draws some love. One of our beautiful flock members.
Who was the guy who played the new Gomez? Fatter guy.
Oh, he's been in a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff. I like. He's not. I don't like him as much. Catherine Zeta-Jones, I think, did a good job as Morticia. Is Raul Julia? Is that the one from the '90s movies, Steve? Or is that like the what was the original Addams Family? Like the '70s?
Okie dokie. Yeah, we'll be back
who's Em
on
Bison? Okay.
Friday.
Yeah,
Um,
with a. I
Huh?
think we're all. Yeah, I gotta do some double checking.
with hopefully something really cool.
Maybe
so
something
stay
fun.
tuned. Yeah, that'll be us for today. Go show Trick Draws some support.
Yeah.
Okay, dokie. Bye bye.
Bye bye.